All right, so here we have the door handles, or we're painting the Super Duty door handles. This is a 04. I think it's actually from 03. But anyways, what we did to pull this door panel off was went ahead and pried up on this. It's got one clip up front right here. So I just stuck a flathead in there, pried up on it. Try not to scratch anything. It's got that little tab on the back. You just pull it forward, that'll come off. And then there's little reflectors down here. Comes out of this thing. What you do with those is you take your flathead, put it in there like that, press down on it, and they'll pop right out. Then you got a 7mm right there. And the only other one is right here when you pop that switch cover off. And believe it or not, that's the only 2 bolts that you got to pull for these door panels. And then you can access, let's see, I think it's an 11. Yeah, it's an 11. But I got my extension with my 1/4 inch. You got to pop the little plug out of here. The bolt will be sitting right there. Then on the front ones, the next bolt's down here. You got to try to get to it with this being in the way. But, you know, just loosen it up, then you can get your hand in there and unscrew it. To make things better, I use this magnet right here. What I did when I pulled them out, I just put it on the end of my socket. You know, so the bolt will come with it, won't fall down in the door. Then you got this thing at the bottom right here. This piece. That's connected on this little green tab. But you can get your screwdriver right here, pop out that way when you get that off, and then just maneuver it off of this thing. This piece right here goes on that hook I was just showing you. That's for the lock. So really the only tools you'll need is a 11 socket, 1/4 inch ratchet, whatever. 7mm with a little extension. You don't have to have the extension, but and a flathead. I haven't pulled this one off yet. I'm about to do that. I don't know if you can see up in there or not. Let's see if I can get it to focus. No, it's not bright enough. But on the back ones, the fronts, you don't have to pull the whole thing off. But on the back ones, you do. You can't slide that through here. But the back goes the same. You got a 7mm, another 7mm down here, and they just slide up. And here's those covers I was talking about. This basically is on there like this. I probably should have filmed it for y'all. But you get your flathead in there, pop that out. What we're doing is attempting to paint match these. They all work fine. I didn't want to buy cheap aftermarket ones. I figured I'd just paint the OEM ones. If any of them are messed up, it's going to be this passenger side one. It flaps a little bit when it's on for some reason. There, we already got those off. Get these ones off. All the door handles except for this one. And let's see. And what I got for it was, I just went to Advance, got this primer sealer. I'm gonna go ahead and scuff these down with some sandpaper, get the texture off of them and everything, and then use this. I'm hoping that's a match. It doesn't have my paint code on there, but this comes up as Oxford white. And then on the 03s, these are a little different. I think on the 04s they're like that, but I had to pry that off. It's basically just taped on there. I don't know if it's like a remote or something, but yeah, what you want to do with that is get you your flathead, get like a little piece of cardboard or something, put it on the end of that so you don't scratch your paint up. Either that or fishing line, something. And the backs don't have these. This is just for the locks. that's hooked around the back of them. But yeah, you can get up in there with a flat bore or a flat head and just pop out on that green piece and then just pop it out. There's other videos on how to do that. All right, so now after you've done that, those are literally the only 2 bolts that you have. We're just gonna pick up on the door panel. Pops right off. Literally the easiest thing I've ever done for interior. All right, let's see. Switch to the 11. The back doors, you gotta pop a hole in this. Or you could just peel back on it, but you know, whatever. Again, guys, there's more videos on this. I don't know how detailed I'm making my video. All right, now I got my magnet. Let me put that into this. Oh shit! It don't always work too well. Let's see. Here's our last bolt. And this one's where that plug was. There's just 2. You got about 4 bolts to take this whole thing off. All right. Fish that out here. See if we can get up in here. All right, now, can you see down in there? Here. Let me show them real quick. All right, so you see that little tab down there? That green tab? Hold it right there. Let's see if I can get that. All right, here you go. Just pop that piece out. Oh, this one don't even have a lock, so I guess it's just that one door. I'm using this light right here. What are you doing, Castle? There's Bella and Lucy trying to mess with me while I'm getting ready for paint. All right, guys, so it's pretty warm outside, but we got our paint station set up right here. I put that up there, try to keep a little bit of dust away. I don't know how much dust you can keep away in a shed like this, but anyways, let's see. We got these handles sanded. We took everything apart. We took the pins out of them. I mean, I would show you all how it's done, but it's pretty self-explanatory. I just took a flat head, popped them out. Now, I got this one sanded. I got 3 more to go. I heard that you want to try to sand the texture off of it. I don't know how good I got it. I spent quite a bit sanding it with the 400 grit. But yeah, 3 more of those to go, and pop the locks out too. We got our DeWalt tripod light set up. I love this thing. It's pretty dark without it in here. Yeah, let's see. I actually took a picture of how these locks come out of the 2 front handles side by side. The clips are a little different. They got like a weird longer side to them. But I'll go ahead and insert that picture into the video in case y'all missed that and messed it up or something. Don't know how it goes back. It might just go back in one place. I don't know. Might be only one way to do it. But I always take pictures sometimes just to be sure. I'm actually not sure what we're going to do here. I started sanding this for the key code or whatever this thing's called. But I think what I'm going to do is I took this tape on here. I'm going to take my utility knife and score those and try to sand it with the tape on top. Maybe do another thing of tape and do it again. For paint, I tried to take a flathead and pop that out. I don't feel like getting my heat gun out and all that stuff. Yeah, I should note they only had 1 can of this at the Advance I went to. I might have to stop and get another one tomorrow. But hopefully that primer does well. I heard sealer's better, but I'm not a painter, so I don't really know how all that stuff works. I'm just going to give it my first attempt. I watched a couple YouTube videos. I figure I'd make one for y'all so y'all can see if I mess anything up. Learn from my mistakes. But I'm going to go ahead and finish sanding all these. Alright, so I ended up not even using the little, well, I kind of did, I guess, for that little piece. But I ended up hanging these on those in the handle part. I just tied a piece of string line through there. I think I can pretty much get all around what I need to. And let's see. This right here, I ended up only having to mask that off once, but it was pretty hard to sand. You can see there's still a little bit of texture on there. I'm going to put it on that paint cap, see if I can paint it like that. Then I went ahead, sprayed everything down, wiped it down with alcohol. And I got this. I'm going to put this trash bag over my arm so I can hold these and direct them, not get paint all over my arm when I'm doing it. The light died on me, just had to put a new battery in there. Alright guys, so I got the first coat of primer on there. But I didn't have a mask, so here I am using my shirt over my face. Laying down pretty well. Primer's the easy part, I guess. Hopefully no trash gets in it. I'm trying to keep the bugs out of here. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this light off and wait for that to set up for a minute. Alright guys, so I laid on my primer down. Ain't much trash in it at all. Hopefully it stays that way when I put the white on there. I'm gonna go ahead and spray them in as soon as he's dry. Alright, so, oh, if I can grab a hold of it. So it's 12 o'clock and I finally got all the base coat done. Everything turned out pretty good. We almost had a little bit of a run right there. Or we did have a run, but it kind of disappeared for the most part. Yeah, everything laid down good. It's still got a little bit of texture to it, but I'm not too worried about it. Now it's time for some clear coat. clear coat lays down weird. Get the hell away from me, moth.
It's strong.
Yeah. Damn. Crap's laying down good. Perfect day for painting. Might just be the best paint job I've ever done. Alright, you can quit. Alright guys, so they're pretty much done. Might end up throwing another coat on here. We actually ended up getting quite a few runs. This one looks awesome. But, let's see. Not too much trash has landed anything. You can see there's a little bit of a run right here. Might be able to wet sand that out when it's on the truck. But you can see a net and on the corner right here landed in there. I tried to hit it with some touch-up paint. That one looks pretty good besides the net. This one turned out pretty good as well. This one ended up having quite a bit of... Worked its way out a little bit, but you can see that run at the bottom.